This show has no business actually being good. Hello guys, and welcome back to my channel. Okay, so today I'm bringing you guys another review, and as you can see by the title, today I'll be talking about the iCarly revival, reboot, remake, all of that. Let's get started. However, before we get started, you'll know as usual, I'm going to talk about the storyline, the characters, and everything. And because of that, a spoiler alert is in effect. Actually, can you spoil a sitcom? Because, like, you know, the plot hasn't ended. It's still continuing, but I guess I can somewhat spoil. So, yeah, let's get started. Okay, so if you grew up in the late 2000s, mid to late 2000s, okay, you should remember that there was a Nickelodeon show called iCarly. And I was one of those people that were absolutely obsessed with the show. It basically followed a group of 3 kids, Carly, Sam, and Freddie, who started a little web show, and it basically just went huge. So, you know, they were like the first ever influences to ever exist. And so after 5 seasons, the show came to an end. And many years after the series finale, they decided to give that show CPR, honey, okay? And so we have the iCarly revival. Okay, let's talk about the show. So when it was announced that they would be reviving iCarly, I was excited. I was like, yes, I'm about to see my favorite characters once again on the screen, okay? And then it was announced that Jeanette would not be reprising her role as Sam Puckett, and I was like, one of the major characters of the show would be absent in the revival. And I was like, do you think it's a good idea to continue with the show? So Miranda Cosgrove, Nathan Kress, and Jerry Trainor are reprising their roles as Carly, Freddie, and Spencer respectively, and I was here for it. I lived for it, okay? So overall, the show, before I get into a little bit of the spoilers, overall the show surprised me. I will not lie. It is actually pretty good, like from the start. Okay, you don't need to worry, you don't need to wait for it to kind of sort of warm up. No, babes, like from the start I was laughing literally 20 seconds in. I'm not even kidding. It's actually pretty good. It's off to a great start. They did release 3 episodes at the same time, so you know you have quite a lot of content there. Each one is a little over 20 minutes each, so you know I had a good time watching those first 3 episodes. I was just very surprised that actually this show is good even with the absence of Sam. On a side note here, okay, because I'm obsessed, I literally just had my hair done, okay, but it is so long that it cuts off into camera and you can't see that my tips are purple. Okay, so let's talk about the show in a little bit of detail, right? I mentioned that about 20 seconds in, I was already laughing, okay, because you immediately see that Spencer has not changed one bit. I mean, he's rich. Yeah, honey, if you didn't know Spencer rich, honey, his sculptures paid off at some point, honey. He's got some money. Spencer's still building his sculptures in the actual apartment. Like, he still lives in the same apartment. He's just zhuzhed it up a little bit. Like, I mean, and then on top of that, they kept the original theme song. I know, you see, somehow the world will change for me and be so wonderful. Ding, ding, ding. I was screaming, you don't understand. I love the fact that they kept the running gag of Spencer's sculptures spontaneously catching fire. Oh my gosh, I love that running gag in the original iCarly so much. I was so glad they kept it going here. I love that they kept some of the running gags from the original show. Like when it's like, oh my god, as people that know it, we're like, hey, what? Makes it extra funny. And I mentioned quite a few times already that Sam is absent in the show. However, they did give a rather nice alibi to her. Her alibi for her absence is very Sam-like, and I loved that.
I just want to make things again.
You don't need a partner to do that.
Yeah, I don't need a partner. I need Sam. But she's off following her bliss with that biker gang.
The obliterators. Hope she's okay.
It's Sam. I hope they're okay.
Spencer's rich, I've mentioned that. Carly is stepping back into the influencer game after taking a break, okay? She's come back, she's coming with a comeback, honey, alright? Rebranding, all of that. Cool. Freddie is a father. Please let that sink in. Freddie is a father. And apart from the fact that he's a father, he is a divorcee. Twice, to be exact. He's literally one divorce away from being Ross. There are two new characters. So there are the three that are reprising their roles, and then we have Harper, who is iCarly, who is Carly's friend and roommate, and we also have Millicent, who is Freddie's daughter. Now, I'm here for Harper, okay? She's blending in well. I love it. I'm here for her. She's funny. Oh, yeah, cool. But then there's Millicent, and I don't know why. Like, she has funny lines, and I'll chuckle when she's here. You know, she's good at what she's doing, but I don't know why I just can't get into the character. I don't know whether it's because she's the only kid on the show. I'm not quite sure, but I'm just not. So because Freddie is now twice divorced, he moved back into his mother's house, which is the same house as from the original Carly. And so we get to see Freddie's mom. She's one of the guest stars. They're already in the 3 episodes. They've already had quite a few guest stars. They had, you know, cameos, whatever you want to call them. They had Freddie's mom.
There you are. Millicent, I drew your bath. And Freddie? Freddie! I put your warm milk in your thermos next to your bed. And if you're both good, I'll let you snuggle with me for 10 minutes and watch Toledo House flip.
And then we have Nora. Y'all remember Nora?
Well, that was a fine howdy-do. I come down here all excited to show you guys my Richard Nixon mask and my medieval hatchet. And I get you trying to run away? Oh, I can't stay mad at you guys.
I loved the insanity she brought to the show, and seeing her back, I was like, oh my gosh, Nora, hey girl.
Oh, hey! What are you doing here?
I live here. What are you doing here?
Oh, you know, I was just scaling the side of the building and noticed your window was open, so...
I did see in the trailer that Neville will be here. Oh my gosh, I'm ready. I wonder if he's still going to make Carly rue the day. A person I would love to guest star, to have a cameo, is Noah Monk, who plays Gibby. I need him to come to the show.
Wow. Gibby.
But it also depends if Noah Monk will be willing to reprise his role, because it's that as well. But I just live for the Gibby. So honestly, overall, I loved this show, which is so surprising. I went in there, I was ready to be a hater. I won't even lie. I was like, girl, you're probably not gonna like this. And I'm loving this. I'm living. I am laughing. I am just having a great time. It is honestly one of the best revivals, reboots that I've ever watched. And I was just like, because it's very hard to make a reboot that is like really good. But I did find a secret to it, okay? If you're gonna watch the show, watch it, but don't compare it to iCarly. So watch it like it's a brand new show. Be like, when they talk about iCarly, be like, who's Carly? Carly who? You know? Like, don't go in it ready to compare it with the original, because honey, the original don't go in there comparing it to the original, because then you might not enjoy it as much. Just go there open-minded, ready to have a little bit of nostalgia, but don't go in there ready to see and compare it exactly to the original, because then you probably won't have such a nice time with the show. Also, can I just say that my favorite iCarly episode has got to be the one where they guest starred One Direction. Can't tell you how many times I watched that episode, an unhealthy amount of times. I mean, they had so many different guest stars on that show, from Michelle Obama to Emma Stone and even Jim Parsons, but the one with One Direction. If we're talking about revivals, reboots, remakes, you know, can we have a victorious remake too? You don't have to be afraid to put your dream in action. You're never gonna fade, you'll be the main attraction. Because I mean, we never got a proper ending to the show, so you know we wouldn't mind a little revisit. No, we're not having it. Go back to iCarly. I love the fact that they didn't change the name, the theme song. There's so many running gags. They're still staying in the same place. Well, Freddie and Spencer, but Carly has her own apartment. Why can't I speak? She has her own apartment that she shares with Harper. But I just love the little things that they still kept from the original show. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, so I don't think I'll review the rest of the episodes unless there's like an episode where I'm like, oh my gosh, like if they bring Gabby back, best believe I'm gonna be back to talk about that. But I just wanted to talk about the first 3 episodes because you know it was the premiere of the show. Is it worth watching? I think it definitely is. It will definitely give you nostalgia if you watched the original iCarly. And if you didn't and you just dived into this one, I feel like you're still gonna enjoy it. So yeah, that's all I had to say. So on that note, don't forget to subscribe if you like, leave a comment, switch on post notifications, all that amazing stuff. Until next time, stay great. Bye.